November as Anti-Communism Week. In a proclamation, the White House explained that this is a solemn remembrance of the devastation caused by the ideology. It said the U.S. is honoring the victims of oppression and ensuring the end of communism. It went on to say that the U.S. stands united in its defense of the values that define our nation as a free people. President Trump declared the week of November 2nd to the 8th as Anti-Communism Week. And a call to remember, November 7th marked the National Day for the Victims of Communism. In Atlanta, Georgia, the Victims of Communism Memorial Foundation held its Roll Call of Nations ceremony to honor more than 100 million victims of communist regimes worldwide. Let's take a look.
November 7th is National Day for the Victims of Communism. It marks the date of the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917, which initiated the spread of communist regimes. On the 108th anniversary of that day, the Victims of Communism Memorial Foundation held its Roll Call of Nations ceremony in Atlanta, Georgia.
This event commemorates the real flesh and blood families, individuals, people murdered by communism in the past. And at the same token, we are bearing witness that the crimes of communism are not over. They happen in places like China and North Korea and Cuba to this very day.
The event honors over 100 million lives crushed by communist regimes worldwide, featuring speeches from survivors and descendants. Dr. Eric Patterson is the president and CEO of the foundation.
It uses its guns and tanks and walls to keep its own people in, to repress its own people.
Jose Perez is a Cuban refugee and retired economist. He fled the country at age 12 in 1962. As a child, he witnessed televised execution under Fidel Castro's regime.
And he came in, Castro, and he said, that one should be guilty, that one is guilty. Then they set up kangaroo courts, and they condemned him, and they shot him. This little kid watched it on TV, and we saw these people just rolled over and fall dead. You go, that doesn't leave your mind as a young man.
Perez served on the Board of Regents for the University System of Georgia. He advocated for the state to establish a curriculum that teaches about communism's evils at the state level, which has now been implemented. Dr. Patterson also addressed the brutal persecution against Falun Gong, also known as Falun Dafa. The spiritual group is under severe repression by the communist regime in China.
It's been 26 years now since the terrible repression began in 1999 against Falun Dafa, and this is one of the most insidious recent persecutions, with the well-documented by our organization and others, organ harvesting, and many other crimes against those people.
Andrea Lauer-Rice is the president of the Hungarian-American Coalition. Her family was part of the 1956 Hungarian Revolution.
Every family member was involved in fighting for their freedom in some way.
She also says the recent New York City election presents an opportunity to teach young people more about communism.
Instead of just being horrified by the New York election results, we can look at it as an opportunity to teach the next generation that this ideology is an anathema to our American values.
Dr. Patterson said he hopes the event will raise awareness about the crimes of communism and help the next generation take a firm stand against today's communists.
7 Democrats broke ranks to advance a bill to end the government shutdown. 2 strategists join us to explain what's next. Stay tuned.